Yeah, I want to give a little talk today, and the title of this little talk is "Get Blessed or Die Trying." In Genesis chapter 6 was recorded the flood, and God said, "My spirit shall not always strive with man, for he is also flesh." Um, when God has to strive with you, he only do it for so long. But when you strive with God, that means God is leading. Christ said, "Follow me, and I will make you fishers of men." You are walking with God when God is leading, but when God is walking with you or he's striving with you, that means you have gone astray. And now God has to, in his sovereign will, walk with you. When you are doing what you want to do, when you're out there on the block slinging dope, or you going clubbing, and you just knowingly doing what you want to do outside of what you know to do right, or outside of what the Holy Spirit is telling you to do, God is striving with you. He's walking with you. But that only lasts for so long. But when you follow Christ, or when you are following God, you are walking with God. You are walking with God. And when you are walking with God, that means God is leading you. And as long as God is leading you, you are walking in his divine will. When you are straying, you are walking in his sovereign will. God is sovereign. He's going to strive with you. But when you are in his divine will, God will bless you. There's a story called Get Rich or Die Trying, and 50 Cent plays a young man who was slinging dope, and after he built up his dope money, his greatest ambition was to become a rapper. He got shot 9 times, and the moral of the story was he was willing to get rich or die trying. When I was gang banging and I was out there on the block, I would be crippin', but I would gang bang or die gang banging. When we put our lives out on the line, when we're walking outside of God's will, we are willing to put our lives on the line or die trying. But how many of us will die trying to get blessed from God? How many of us will die praying on our knees and won't get up until God has blessed us? Well, there's a man named Jacob, and Jacob went to sleep, and as he went down farther on into the night, into the morning, he got to wrestling with God. An angel, if you please, and they were wrestling, and he wrestled with God. God wasn't wrestling with him, because if God had to wrestle with him, God would have took him out. You can't wrestle with an angel, but he wrestled with the angel, and the dawn was coming, and Jacob asked the angel, "I'm not going to let you go until you bless me." And as they wrestled and as the dawn came, the angel said, "You're going to have to let me go." And he said, "I'm not going to let you go until you bless me." And so he touched the hollow of his hip and knocked his hip out. And as he knocked his hip out, he said, "Your name is no longer Jacob, but your name is Israel." Jacob was willing to get blessed or die trying. Jacob was not going to let God go until God had blessed him, because he wrestled with God and he didn't stop until he got a blessing. Sometimes we have to pray until our knees get worn. Sometimes we got to cry out until our eye sockets get dry. Sometimes we have to cry out till we get hoarse. But who's willing to strive with God? Who's willing to walk with God? Who's willing to strive with God or die trying? Was like Jacob. Jacob was willing to wrestle with God and die trying. I'm going to tell you, my friends, it's better to walk with God than have God walk with you. Because he'll walk with you for a while. He'll strive with you for a while, like in the beginning. But man only had 120 years before God let that flood just come down on him. But when you are walking with God, when you are following God, God is leading. He's going to lead you to green pastures. He will lead you besides the still waters, and he will restore your soul. So I tell you, my friends, are you walking with God today? Or is God walking with you? If he's walking with you, then you need to change up your game. You need to change your game plan. In order to walk with God, you have to pray more. You have to worship in private more. You have to get in that word more. But most of all, you must meditate and develop a relationship with him. And as you court God, God begins to lead you. And he will lead you to places where you need to be. And he will not lead you into dark places. Some of us find ourselves in dark places and say, well, God led me here. No, God didn't lead you here. God followed you there. He followed you and he kept you safe. But there comes a time in our lives when we are really connected with God and we have developed a relationship with God that we will walk with God and follow God. Are you walking with God today? Or is God walking with you today? Are you following his word? Or is his word following you? That's just a little small something for you out there. And always remember, the messenger is praying for you. God bless you.